I want to talk to you as a human being to human being. Let's leave out which political sphere you live in or out of and take a moment to speak about the ramifications of Project 2025. Of course, many of us know the first on this list was the right over our own bodies. However, many will look on abortion as an easy choice over being a parent, when in reality it is a weighted decision drowning in unfortunate consequences that have resulted in women choosing the alternative. First, let's remove the negative stereotype that abortion is a form of birth control and focus on the 12% that have health implications. Those dealing with babies born unalive and resulting in a high mortality rate of the mother. Now that Roe versus Wade is gone, your beliefs will play little in the role of your future for yourself if you are unable to be relieved of a fetus who was unalive within your uterus. Another implication of Project 2025 is voter suppression. Even as it may be unbelievable to some that we might not be able to vote, there still is a percentage of Americans who do not vote at all. So this threat means nothing to them. However, what those Americans should understand is that if no one votes, we lose what little rights we think we have now, such as our wages, those of which, according to Project 2025 handbook, will be cut for the working class, meaning that the paycheck you may see as small now will soon become a lot smaller. Anti-climate policies such as the Chevron deference, which the Supreme Court just struck down. For those who have never heard of the Chevron deference, let me elaborate on how that will affect a typical American. Chevron deference covered things like the EPA and FDA, so things like oil spills in our oceans, as well as lead in baby food. Yes, the same babies that many wish to protect with the elimination of Roe versus Wade can now face unalignment or having irreversible damage to the brain development. Now, to hit that pay wage slap that I talked about in voter suppression again, well, that is even more alive in another step of Project 2025, which is disable social safety net programs. This would leave our wages looking like the 1920s. The poorest among us would be much poorer and would actually be poor according to world standards. As we look even further into the 900-page handbook of Project 2025, we see reverse decades of civil rights, which would allow discriminations on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, or national origin to run rampant, not to mention the plans to redefine our society and undermine our economy. Still not enough for you to talk about politics and your need to vote? Then look up Project 2025 and read the 900 pages that will eventually affect you and your loved ones unless we vote blue this November.